The friend has said that he will come and he will lead here. So tomorrow there's a workshop, and acro is a lot of fun. So you think acrobatics, right? It's not quite like that. You don't have to have any experience, yoga or otherwise. It's just a lot of fun to be able to play and learn how to move your body. So whether you're going to be a flyer, which is a person up in the air, or whether you're going to be a base, which is more the foundation for somebody else flying, it's a whole lot of fun to get in the space and play with other people. So they'll be here, and Debbie and Nick will be here as well to help support. That's tomorrow, workshop with Aaron Levy is his name, and he's amazing. Today, though, this morning, we're going to focus on breath work. So we're actually going to begin in a seated position so that your spine can be nice and tall this morning. So whether you want to sit on a block or in lotus pose, however it works for you to be able to create that nice tall seat, we're just going to take a few minutes at the beginning of practice to really focus on the breath so that you can carry it with you throughout your practice and develop an awareness of it as you move through your practice this morning. And breath work is a great way to sharpen your vagal tone. So the vagus nerve, which you will probably hear me reference throughout class, is a nerve that runs all the way from up the top all the way down here, okay? And our vagal tone is important for activating our autonomic nervous system. So helping us be able to relax, stay calm, and hit those places of ease even amongst stress. So it supports a positive stress response. This is a good time of year to sharpen your vagal tone. So go ahead and create that seat and see if you can push both sit bones down nice and evenly on your block or the floor. And then just take a few deep breaths in through the nose, and then you can let it out through the mouth. This is just a baseline breath. See where you are now. Notice how your body and your chest will rise on the inhale and settle on the exhale. Good. Now go ahead and put your hands on your low belly, so right below your navel, the low belly space, and get a sense of what happens when you inhale here. Inhale and exhale. Notice if your belly puffs up as you breathe in and then contracts as you exhale. Okay, now move your belly up by your ribs here where the ribs come together, and actually hook your fingers a little bit underneath those ribs. That's your diaphragm space, okay? You really want to be able to feel this. So now with your inhales, try and puff up that space where your fingertips are between the ribs. And on the exhale, notice what happens. Toning the diaphragm gives us access to deeper and fuller breath. This is the space you'll hear me reference throughout class, this diaphragmic space. Good, now move a hand up to the top of your ribs, up here on the chest area. One or two, whatever works for you, just so you can notice if your chest is more involved than your belly or diaphragm in your breath. The work this morning will be to feel more here in the diaphragm, more deeper belly breathing, than up here in the shallow upper rib space, okay? We want to breathe here. So just now you have your baseline and what it feels like, your attention on the breath. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose together. Pause. Exhale. Do that again. Inhale, diaphragm. Exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale to the top. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Move your blocks or any props you may have had there to sit. And go ahead and get your feet and legs moving here in your down dog. Stretch out your legs. Good morning, Joanna. Good to have you. Now, notice as you breathe here, I want you to rise up on your toes to get tall. Morning, Demi. You're welcome. On the exhale, go ahead and sink down. And throughout practice, as you inflate your diaphragm, think about lifting up, getting tall. And then as you contract and breathe out, ground down. So that's your theme here. Breath, inhale to lift. Exhale, ground. One more here. Inhale up, get tall, long. Exhale, get strong and ground. Good. Tippy toe your feet up to your hands. Take it nice and steady on purpose. Come to a halfway lift at the head of your mat. Now, with a halfway lift, I want you to put your fingers right in that diaphragmic space. This might feel a little interesting since you're bent over. You might be able to feel in your fingertips your engaged core muscles here, which is good. But what I want you to focus on is the inhale. What happens when you inhale and exhale? See if you can really notice and puff up that space. Breathe in, even though you're kind of bent in half. One more breath here. Big breath. Exhale to ragdoll. Round the spine and shake the head. Take a good breath. Let your neck be long. On your next inhale, rise up to stand extended mountain. Big inhale. Stay here for the exhale, arms high. Good. Now, from your deep belly, puff up, breathe in. Stay, breathe out. From your diaphragm between the ribs, puff up and stay, breathe out. Now, from the belly all the way through the chest, inhale all of it and bring your hands to heart. Go ahead and set an intention for yourself for your practice, an I am statement or a focal word. Something that if you are noticing that you're not breathing, the word can help bring you right back to your focus. Let's seal your intentions and begin with 3 ohms, which also tones your vagus nerve. Together, breathe in. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, blow it out. Halfway lift, breathe in. High plank to low as you breathe out. Draw the breath out as you go down. Good. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths. Notice your belly. And contract the fall as you ground down. Good. Inflate. Yeah, and then contract. One more breath in. Empty it out. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift to breathe in. Exhale, fold. Extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Let your breath create a rhythm and sound. Up dog and down dog. 3 breaths. Yeah, get really purposeful to fill yourself up and then empty yourself out. Last one, breathe in. Exhale it all out. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Exhale, bow. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway left. Chaturanga, low push-up. Upward facing. Down dog. 3 breaths. Fill it up. Blow it out. Yeah, the sound, the vibration, all of that in your breath is part of creating healthy vagal tone. Get empty on this exhale. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, bow. Extended mountain. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Keep the elbows in. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths. Good. Like the breath is waking your body up and bringing you right here. Take the last inhale. Bend at your knees. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise, extended mountain. Last sun A. Bow. Halfway. Chaturanga. Up dog to breathe in. Down dog, push it out. Take just 1 big breath in. Exhale. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Pause. Bring your hands, right? I know your arms are up for chair, but bring your hands to that rib cage space here where those front ribs are. Yeah, you can either hook the fingers in where the diaphragm is, or you can just kind of wrap around so the thumbs are in the back. I just want you to be able to puff this up. Breathe in. Sit lower. Exhale. Good. Again, inhale. Sit low. Now reach high. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Inhale. Stay. Now with the torso forward. Yeah, and the hips working to come forward. Put your attention here on the ribs. Yeah, you can touch them, totally, or you can keep the arms high, but put your breath work here. Good. Now, really rotate that front, knee outward so you can bring the left hip forward too. Nice, Kyle. I see you. Take a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog. Inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Left side warrior 1. And we said inhales to lift, exhales to ground down. So as you notice your diaphragmic work, the inhale goes expand. And as you sink lower, your ribs come in. Do that again. Inhale, sink lower. Beautiful. Last inhale, reach high. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing to down dog. Take a big breath in. Empty it out. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Chair pose. 1 breath now. In. Exhale, bow. Halfway up. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Lift your ribs as you breathe in. Then exhale, go to the mat for chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing, and then left side warrior 1. Inhale, inflate. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing. Down dog. Take a big breath together. In. Blow it out. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway up. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Down dog. Right side warrior 1. Inhale, there's a beat. Take the beat. And then exhale, move. Up dog. Down dog and left side warrior 1. Inhale, up to the beat. Then exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Bend your knees. Move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior one. This time lift the shoulders high, pull them back. Yes, exhale, chaturanga. You can do that all in a beat. Breathe in. Then exhale, down dog. Left side warrior one. Pull it all up and back. Take the beat. Exhale, go, chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Pedal it out, y'all. Take a breath together. Go ahead, sigh. Yeah. Let some air out here. So it's not just the breath work. It's also sound and vibration, literally, that cultivates healthy vagal tone. So if you find yourself in your practice or in life off the mat needing to make some sound or that deep breath, do that. It will activate your healthy stress response. Good. Lift your right leg up and back. Go ahead and take flip dog here. Or explore your three-legged dog this morning. And if you're in that flip dog, use your inhale to get long. So hug your outer shins in to stabilize. Good, Angela, the foundation there. And then stretch your torso to the front of the mat. Yeah, take a breath. Stay for it. One more time. Get longer, longer still. Then come around for right side plank. Now, how long can you be on the inhale? And then ground down on the exhale. There's no rush here to lift yourself up as you breathe in and stay right there. Just a little higher, y'all. Lift up. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Left leg up and back. Take that flip dog here. Yeah, and if you're paused in whatever posture you're in, bring your attention back right to that breath. The deep inhales, filling the diaphragm. Yeah, the exhales to feel them contract. Take one more big breath, then left side plank. Because no matter what position your body's in, you can put your attention on inflating and deflating. Good. Now from here, engage your belly muscles. Really good. Can you engage the whole pelvis here in the work you're doing? Take a breath here. Lift yourself high. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing to down dog. Take a breath in. Blow it all out. Right foot forward. Crescent lunge. Inhale to reach up. Look at that long step, Kevin. I see you taking up the whole mat this morning. Good. Now, as you come up high on the back toes, lift that back thigh up to the ceiling, right? So your sides of the body and the back thigh, everything will lift up. Breathe in. Let me get in front of the camera to do this. It's so nice having you all, all around the room now. Good. Take a breath in. Lift yourself up and ground down on that exhale. Now pull the shoulders back, breathe it in, and ground down. Diaphragm, inflate. Exhale, twist to the right. Ha. Good, keep that inflation going even in the twist. It may take some work, right? All the good things take work, patience, and commitment. So commit to filling up here and breathing deeply in the twist. Good, lift yourself up, breathe in. Stay for that exhale. Warrior two, open it up. We'll take some dynamic movement just to get that sense of inhale up. So once you've got your foundation set in the feet, creep your front foot forward a little more and track the knee out towards your baby toe. Get that extra rotation. Now from here on the inhale, we're going to straighten up. On the exhale, ground. And get low with it, right? Inhale up. Exhale down. That diaphragm, inhale and down. One more time, lift up, ground down. Extended side angle, breathe in to reach long, and then exhale to express your pose. That could be an arm bind, It could be fingers spread like a starburst. I see that happening here. Yes, y'all, waking up the hands. Make that part of the pose, part of your breath in and your breath out. Inhale, sink lower. Last breath in, chaturanga, go to the mat. Up dog to inhale, down dog, exhale. Take a breath, blow it out. Left foot forward, crescent lunge. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to ground down. Really get up on the back, ball mound of the big toe. If you find you're more on your toes, see if you can ground that ball mound of the big toe down. Yeah, well, then I see you work it. The shaking is good. You might need to give yourself a little more stretch space. There you go. Beautiful. Now y'all activate the back leg. Breathe in. Stay here. One more breath here, in and up. Then twist to the left. Keep that space for breath as you twist. We'll take 2 more breath cycles, full and complete. Take 1 more. Stay for your twist. Warrior 2. And then we'll do that dynamic movement again here. So take your foundation, really open the front hip. On an inhale, reach up. Exhale, go down. Again, inhale up. Exhale, down. Really puff up your ribs. Come on down. One more time, up and down. Breathe in, extended side angle. And then exhale, express the posture. If your arm, your front arm is anywhere near your leg, go ahead and use that. Yes, Laura, like that. Press the arm into the leg back into the arm. Open that hip even deeper. Nice. Take a breath. Stay for it. Reach longer. Inhale. Exhale to the mat. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Big breath together. Blow it all out. Inhale, rising your toes. Exhale, bend your knees. Jump to the head of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose. Breathe in. Twist to the right. Exhale. Full breaths here. Even in the twist, so you can feel the breath on the back side of your ribs now. Puff up that space in the low back and the low ribs. Yeah, even in the twist. Breathe and open twist. Take 1 more. Stay for the twist. Good. Chair pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Wrap your fingers around your big toes. Shake it out. Make some noise if you need. Yeah, the sighs, the singing, the chanting, whatever you do throughout your day to make noise, make it on your mat. Let it go. Good. Let go of your toes. Rise up. Chair pose. Breathe in. Twist to the left as you exhale. Take those breaths here. Puff up the backside. And then turn to the left. Good. Can you lift the center of your chest, Paul? Yeah, and then turn it. There you go, creating that space. Puff up on the back and twist. 1 more time, y'all. Breathe in and out. Chair pose. Forward fold. Exhale. Tuck your palms under your feet for gorilla pose. And see if you can inhale your tailbone up to the ceiling. And exhale your head and neck down toward the floor. Yeah, Larissa. Let it go, girl. Crow pose. To create that sense of lift, inhale your tailbone or your legs, wherever you're flying, however you're flying today. Inhale up. Yeah, and exhale down. Nice, Kyle. Yeah. Good. Now, Dave, you're going to stay here. Press the heels down and turn the toes out wide, like to 11 and 1. There you go. Good, everybody. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Hey, Kevin, downward facing dog. Way to hop back in, brother. I don't know what happened, but we together. We still here. Good. Breathe in, sigh it out. Rise on your toes, bend at your knees, move to the head of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Rise up, extended mountain, big breath. Eagle on the right. Wrap your right leg on top of your left, and then center your arms with your right leg under or right arm underneath. And keep your breath cranked up. Just because you're still now does not mean you need to breathe any less. Go ahead and switch, eagle over to the left. Little spirit fingers in between. I like that, guys. Bring it on. Yeah. When you put your attention on the ribs and that diaphragmic space, puff it up, breathe in. Exhale, squeeze in. Good. One more time like that. Squeeze it in and switch. Eagle to the right. These are dynamic eagles this morning. Woo-hoo-hoo. And the diaphragm's a muscle, just like every other muscle. So when you're working it, it's okay if it starts to feel fatigued. It's normal. You're working it. Just putting attention there. Breathe in. Breathe out. And switch. Eagle to the left. Anytime you stretch and expand something and contract something, like muscles in the body, cultivating strength, it takes that work. It's okay. You are doing the work. One more breath here. Squeeze it in and then rise up, comes forward to the head of the mat for dancer on the right. Now, even as you inhale to stretch long, you lift the sides of the body up on the inhale, ground down on the exhale. Can you turn the top hip, which is the right one right now, down toward the mat? Yes, to keep it square. Nice, Angela. Root down through the ball mounds of your big toes, y'all. You've got it. Breathe in and out. Switch over to the left now. Keeping your gaze set, that drishti will help you. So pick that one visual focal point and allow your internal focus to be on that breath in, breath out. Good. Turn the hip down, breathe in and stay. Good. Switch over to the right. Take it again. Dancer. Dancer on the left. Create yourself as steady and focused. Full breath in. Press the heel up. Good. Rise to the head of the mat. Come forward for tree pose on the right. Begin with your hands around the rib cage, the diaphragmic space there. And again, you can hook your fingers. This is actually kind of a self-assist. I had a physical therapist work with my diaphragm one time. Let me tell you, folks, like you don't realize how in there you can really get. So not that you need to put too much pressure there, but just enough so that you can push in, back. As you breathe in, push your fingers back into the muscle. And then let your fingers go and fall as you breathe out. Good. And then once you've really got that breath going, go ahead and use your arms tree expression, but keep the breath. Keep your ribs expanding and contracting. Go ahead, switch tree to the left. Engage your one visual drishti, your focal point. And then go ahead and use all of your muscles in the legs to lift your foundation up top. Dave, can you steady on the calf instead of the knee joint? Yeah. There you go. Good. Now lift the ribs. Breathe in. Stay and breathe out. Shoulders up. Breathe in. And out. Good. Rise to the head of your mat. Extended mountain. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward. Triangle pose. Inhale to reach up. And here, right, you're kind of leaned. You're creating a deep hip crease. So you still want to track your front knee out over the baby toe so you can open that hip. That leaves space for your upper body to create more breath, that external rotation of the hip. So here, puff up your diaphragm. And exhale, ground down. Good. Now listen or look. If you can see the front of the room, we're going to do some dynamic movement with the arm to connect the breath. The inhales, your top arm's going to be up to the ceiling. On the exhale, you're going to swoop it down. Good. Inhale it up to the ceiling. We're going clockwise. And then swoop down on the exhale. Good. Lift yourself up even higher. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Take it down. Tallest you've been. Inhale. Stay, exhale, side facing wide leg forward fold. Shift your feet to the side of the mat like this and go forward. You can bring some dynamic movement of your own here if you'd like to take lunges or a twist or even some hops, handstand hops. Just connect your breath with your movement. Remember, inhales to lengthen. Exhales to ground down. Get rooted on those exhales so that on the inhales you can lift and fly. Beautiful, y'all. Keep the breath going. Empty it out. Come through to the middle. Rise up to stand left side triangle. Just switch your legs. Left leg to the front of the mat. Right leg to the back. And so from here, set up that physical foundation. Get really firm in that. Press all four corners of your feet down. Dynamic movement time with that upper arm. Breathe it in. On the exhale, swoop it down in front of you. Going counterclockwise now. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Again, up. Inhale. And swoop it down. Breathe in. Lift your torso. Exhale, swoop down. One more time to lift high. Then side facing wide leg forward fold this direction. Go ahead. Keep that ujjayi breath strong in through the nose. And listen for that sound in your throat on the exhales. Beautiful. And then, yeah, I see some arm binds happening here. Really good. Press down into the outer edges of your feet. Good. And lift the tailbone. If you're in the fold, lift your tailbone up. Nice, Dave. I see you. Good. Nice and deep there, Jen. Right. Take a breath, everybody. Empty it out. Rise up. Come to the front of your mat for extended mountain. Really tall. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Take it back. Upward facing and down dog. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Good. Come on down all the way to your belly for locust pose. Now press your ribs, that diaphragmic space where the ribs come in. Press your low ribs down into the mat and then lift up. Use the ribs as your grounding piece here. Yeah, ribs and thighs. Beautiful, y'all. Take a breath. And come down. One breath on the mat. Let it out. Then rise up again. Ribs down, chest up. Yes, Kevin, go for it. Ribs down, chest up. Take one more breath and come down. Reach back for floor bow. Same thing. Ribs down, hips down. And then expand. Use your legs to lift your chest up. There you go. Yeah, use the legs though. Let the legs be the power. So press the tops of your thighs down into the mat. Yes, well then there you go. And everybody open up the feet. Take a breath in. There you are, Kyle. Come on down. Ha. We'll do that again. Floor bow. Open up your feet this time, y'all. Like your breath is connected to the soles of your feet. And when you breathe in, expand your feet. Good, and ground them down on the exhale. Again, inhale. Stay. One more time. Yes, Michelle, up. And then come down. Upward facing dog. Big breath. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. To downward facing dog. Exhale. Camel pose. Just one camel this morning. And an opportunity to get curious, not so much about the back bend as the breath and what's happening as you may or may not be back bending, right? Because everybody's body's a little different from day to day. So go ahead and get curious about the space you've got here in the front to breathe and what's happening here as you lift up. It's a new shape to stretch the muscle as you elongate the torso, the diaphragmatic muscle. And its job is still the same. Take one more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Downward facing dog. Pedal your feet out. And make your way to bridge pose. Bridge pose like your feet are your lifeblood to the floor here, and then the shoulders. So then you've got the foundation. You don't even have to worry about that. It feels strong, solid. Press the feet and the shoulders down. Good, and then put your attention on the ribs as you breathe in and out. Yeah, stay here. Bridge itself can be a very dynamic pose, especially when you put your attention on that diaphragm space. Good, stay. Breathe in, push your thighs up. Stay. Good, one more time, lift and come down to the mat. Take a breath here and then rise up. Bridge or wheel pose. If you're ready for that wheel, go for it. Press the palms down and rise up. Create a solid foundation and go up. Just breathe. Listen for your breath here. One more big inhale. On your exhale, come down to the mat. Yeah, or stay and explore if that's your jam this morning. We've got 4 more. Your choice, yogis. Wheel or bridge, press down. We've got 4. Rise on up. Go ahead. Give yourself a lift on the inhale and ground down on that exhale. Good. Really press into the feet and stay. Inner thighs together. Breathe it in. Stay right here. There you go. Last breath. And come down. Take a breath on the mat. And then rise back up. 3 more. Press, lift, and move. Yeah, really good. Engage all of your leg muscles here. And inhale, get that lift. Exhale to stay. You've got it done. Yep, stay. One more breath out. And then come on down. 2 more. Bridge or wheel. Rise up. Take a deep breath and go for it. In your zone, yogis. In your physical zone. Let your mind be focused on your breath. 2 more breaths. Yes, Kevin. Take one more inhale and then come on down. Last one, here we go. Bridge or wheel, yogi's choice. Get powerful in whatever you're choosing, solid in the foundation, and then let your breath lift you. Full inhales, active inhales, and legs. Good. Keep breathing in. Stay for the out. Lift up higher. One more time. Breathe. On your exhale, come on down to the mat for Supta Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of the feet together. And notice your belly just kind of rise and fall here. Ah. Happy baby or dead bug pose. You may feel your breath into your back here. You may feel that on the mat. You may not, and that's okay too, as long as you're conscious and aware of your breath in this moment. And hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a good squeeze and rock back and forth on the mat here. 3 times. Let's do 3 times. Magic number 3. Rock forward and back and land up in high boat pose, Navasana. So that rock back and then whoop. There's always a whoop in my head, even though, like, whether I'm into it or not, there's always that whoop sound. Maybe that's for my vagal tone. Just whoop, all that sound. Good. Now, put your hands to your diaphragm if you dare. Yeah, press down through the sit bones. Your feet might come to the floor. That's okay. Good. Now lift up as you breathe in. Stay as you breathe out. Yeah, notice the expansion and contraction. Take one more breath. Empty it out. Right side half pigeon. You can just go right on into that. Reclined or prone. Supine would be back to the floor, laying down that way. Prone is belly to the floor. And so we all prone in the studio this morning. Looks like Kevin's setting up prone too. Okay. So I can speak to the breath this way. You really want to lengthen out the sides of your body here. So use your inhale to stretch nice and long. And the exhale to ground down. Let's see. Kyle, can you shift over to the right a little bit? The right hip. Shift over to the right. I got your block right here. You can rest here. Does that help? Yeah. That way your hips are square. So now when you breathe in, you can reach forward. Get an exhale, ground down. With every inhale, see if you can lengthen your torso. And every exhale, allow space to open up. I'm coming over to look at your space, Kevin, the space you're creating through the chest right now. Beautiful. Do you have hold of your back leg? Yes, sir. Oh, and he gave me a thumbs up with the other hand. Sheesh. Take 2 more deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. One more time. Big inhale and out. Go ahead and switch over to the left. Yeah, I got you, Kyle. It's kind of awkward sometimes to put your own block there for this pose, so we'll see if you need it. You might not need it. No. You feel good? Yeah, you don't need it over here. And that's how it works sometimes, friends. We are not symmetrical. There you go, Dave. Yeah, can you drop the right hip down toward this side of your mat? There you go. Yeah, and you can take movement here. You can shift, kind of rock from side to side if that feels right to open up the space there. Good. Remember to inhale, lengthen your torso. And exhale, settle and open through the hips. Frog pose. So turn to a long side of your mat for this one. I would say in the studio, if you're in the back half of the room, turn toward the curved wall. Turn your head facing that way so that your body's on the long side of the mat. Yeah, Kyle, if you scoot over to the right, then Dave can kind of turn and be on the left side of his mat. That way you guys are staggered. Yep. So what you want to do, Dave, is if you want to take it on your prone like this, try and line up the ankles behind the knees. And then you get to control the depth to which you go. You can come forward on your forearms if that feels right. And then you've got a block here for your forehead. Yep. And then it's all about the breath here, friends. Deep, full breaths in. And exhales. Put your attention on the diaphragm space. Puff it up. Fill it up. And then notice as it deflates. When you put your attention there, you pull the pit of the belly in and up. Yeah, and then relax and settle. Good. Pull this up and in. It's the low belly. It's that like below the navel spot. I see you lengthening out. Good. Create that space and then pull the belly in and up, the low belly. You might have to tilt the pelvis to do that the other way. Yeah. Take one more deep breath. Fill up. Exhale it out. Make your way out of frog. You can go belly to the floor first like an army crawl, yeah, or kind of shimmy your way out of it and come back to a seat on your mat for seated single leg extension on the right. Just create the foundation first before you take the full, because we're going to take just a moment to put that dynamic movement in here. So you're going to inhale up. Exhale to halfway. Good, then come up. Inhale. Exhale halfway. Inhale up tall. Go 2/3. Inhale, come up. 2/3. Straighten out your arms. Inhale. Then go all the way down. Whatever your all the way down is this morning. That's where that strap will come in handy, or a towel. You can hook it on the edge of your foot. There you go. Can you puff up the back side of your ribs here? Since the front side of your body is a little more compressed, can you puff up the back side of those ribs? Take one more inhale, let it go, and then switch, extend your left leg out. We'll take the dynamic movement here. Inhale the arms up, halfway, exhale. Inhale up, go halfway. Inhale up, 2/3. Yeah, there's a difference. Inhale up, 2/3, exhale. Good, get long. Then take the full fold on this exhale. Let your head and neck be long, along with your legs here and your torso. It's interesting how it works together. The more space you give your torso, the more space you have to breathe. And the deeper you breathe, the more you elongate your torso. So you have control over that. You can work that. That's what you do when you work these muscles, the diaphragmic muscles. Seated forward fold, both legs forward. Inhale up. Exhale halfway. Keep the spine nice and long though. Inhale up. And halfway. Good, inhale up. 2/3. Ooh, inhale up. I feel that this morning. 2/3 down. Inhale high. And then all the way. Fold down. You may feel this, not just in your hamstrings and your legs, but you may feel this into your back. Especially if you drop your chin in towards your throat, elongate the neck muscles. And then if you've got a strap or your hands on your feet, really pull that all back. You may start to feel something on your rector muscles on either side of the spine there. You get that, Laura? Yeah. It's not just about your legs here. It's the whole back side of your body that you can access. Take a deep breath together in. Blow it all out. Reverse table or reverse plank. Use your inhale to lift yourself up off the mat. The exhale to push your heels straight down. Good. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, squeeze your legs in. There you go. Breathe it in. Squeeze your legs in. You got it. Take a breath. And then come on down to the mat. Take an inversion of your choice here. So it could be shoulder stand if you're working on handstands or anything like that. Now's the time for that. Just be aware of your space, who and what is around you. In your shoulder stands, for all my friends going to shoulder stands, begin in plow. I see all of you with your legs in the air already. That's groovy. Go to plow. It's fine. Really get your shoulders up and underneath you. Elbows come closer together than you think. There you go. Now, from pike position, can you lift your legs up together to, yes, Jen. There it goes. Can you lift them up? And then, yeah, I see you, Dave, opening the feet wide. The outer edges of the feet, yeah. Yeah, this is work, right? And it's really good for the lymphatic system to get this upside down action going, legs up in the air. Yeah, you can take movement with your feet if you want while they're up there, of course. Spread the toes. Create some dynamic movement of your own with your breath. From shoulder stand, if that's where you are, drop your toes behind you for plow. Then bend your knees for death yogi. And then everybody go ahead, come down so your spine is on the mat and you can hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a really good squeeze here as you breathe in through the nose and out. Drop your knees over to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder for a supine twist here. Just notice your breath at this point. There's no forcing, no pushing. Just noticing the depth and space that your breath is taking up here. Switch sides for your twist. Knees to the right, gaze to your left. Supta Baddha Konasana. Come through the middle. Press the soles of your feet together and let your knees go nice and wide. Take a big breath together. Exhale, let it out. Again, inhale fully. Exhale completely. One more time. Big breath in. Full breath out. And then take Shavasana, your rest pose. However, your inhales can make you feel long and your exhales can make you feel settled. Take a deep full breath in. Go ahead and let it out. Bring some gentle movement to your fingers and your toes. Take a full body stretch on the mat, arms overhead. Go ahead and turn over onto your side. Curl up in the fetal position for infant's pose. Notice your breath here. Acknowledge the work you've done this morning, connecting to your breath, your life force. And know that that's a tool you have anytime you choose to access it throughout your day. It's not just on your mat. Come on up to a seat. A nice tall spine. Broaden the chest and the collarbones here. Let them spread wide from side to side. On an inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale your hands to your heart. We'll close class this morning, strengthening our vagal tone with the vibration of 3 ohms together. Take a breath in. Breathe in and out. Lift your thumbs to your forehead center. Thank you, everybody, for choosing to get up this morning, to show up on your mat together, to breathe, to move, and generate community. We couldn't do this without you showing up on your mats and online. Thank you, everybody. Together we bow, honor each other, and I say thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. Good to be with you again this morning. It's such a nice way to start your Saturday. If you're interested in acro at all, feel free to ask me before you head out. Kevin, thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend, y'all.